The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, home to the Colorado State Rams. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Stanford Cardinal, squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Rams will put total leather and will get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Stanford's offense will get the first swing of the game. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force... play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get it.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
Finds his tight end. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. The give to the tailback. Nice move to keep running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you know what? The best third down offense is don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Stanford at the line on first down. Let's see if they lean on that offensive line. They'll go to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Gets it out fast. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Stanford! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. An 84-yard drive there, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Colorado State's offense will go to work for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Rams moving quickly to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And here comes the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Give to the back. Got the first down and more. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. They'll give it to him again.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Gets it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up fourth.
This is the new wave of offensive thinking, going for it fourth and long from their own 47. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Rams want to move quickly. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. Wants to go up top on first down. They're working that left side. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. We've reached the break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Trying to set up the screen. Touchdown, Colorado State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of a great field position.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run to the left. Makes it past the marker. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Stanford hoping to pay off this red zone opportunity. They go to the ground. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal. You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Running back searching for a hole. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Rams will hustle to the line. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Finds his man. It's Van Buren. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. And the Rams can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Hey, listen, as a receiver, you're running that hitch route against man coverage. You can't loaf on it, right? I know it's just a little short throw, but you've got to make the defender think you might be going deep. So a nice job not just taking it easy on the play. He put his foot in the ground, he drove back to the ball, and made it easy on his quarterback.
Looking to throw again. That's caught. It's Van Buren. There he goes. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
From the gun, looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for room, it's Kramer. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere. An absolute ball.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Dead center, perfect. And they go back on top.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Set to kickoff.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle? It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a deep man. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. That one comes out hot down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Fort Collins. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to our team at sunny Lubick Field.
Stanford will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge.
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Rams trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls it in. It's Hendricks. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a man miss. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. And the Rams racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. To the ground to try to move the chains. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Rams didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Rams! Fitted in the window for the score.
Aggressive, 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 man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Florida Atlantic is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Boca for some time. They're up 14 over Marshall. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the left side. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. He now has 110 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Looking downfield, it's Sanders. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about...
Fires one high and deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And the Rams want to pick up the tempo.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Rams with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to go up top. Wide open downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Rams are on the move.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. Now this defense could really use a stop on third down as the offense has had its way. Gives it on the option. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. The Rams pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. A 1st down run in the red zone. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Manuel. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw at Sanders. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Here comes the offense on second down. That's the end of the quarter, and Colorado State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
Here we go.
They'll leave it with him. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now have moved it out and putting a drive together. To the ground, he's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They want to run it left here. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Stanford to the line on third and long. To throw, it's Sanders. He's got it and still on his feet. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now have moved it out and putting a drive together. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back.
Hold on.
Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Stanford! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And the Rams headed quickly to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. And What a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out in the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. On 4th down, trying to find his man. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Sanders. Shoots it to the left. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Hauls it in.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Oh, he's got some space. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Right back to the well. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Colorado State. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. get some mojo going back in your way.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Sanders. Caught over the middle, it's Kramer. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Kramer. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. He'll do it himself. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find some way to get this turned around. Got to make more plays. You know, this is something that's frustrating, but let's not let it define your dynasty, right? Fix it, get it back together, try to pull some wins, try to figure this thing out.
It's frustrating too, Dave.